Hey, welcome back to Sprague Homestead. I'm Kanan,
I'm Nikki.
and we thought we'd give you guys kind of a little update on what we've been doing because we haven't made a lot of videos lately.
So I've had a few emails of people asking me rabbit questions, and the first line is always, "Are you guys okay?" And yeah, yeah, we're okay. I think it's fairly safe to say this is the busiest spring and early summer we have ever had, and that's even with years that we've been building buildings and not building buildings this year. But boy, every day is pretty much a 6 a.m. to 9:30
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing every day. So we have been so swamped.
So swamped.
So what have we been doing?
Well, I think on the exterior of the perimeter of our 20 acres here on the main property, we've been doing a lot of fencing. So I made a video like a month ago, maybe?
Yeah, I think about a month.
Just showing some of the fencing we were doing, and since then we have continued on. So we added in two more pieces of fence, two more rolls, I should say. So another 600 linear feet of fencing. And that gave us the chance to close in another pasture. I think in the video, I was standing there saying that we were going to add in some more fence, which would give us more pasture for the girls. Well, that was done. That was done probably a week and a half ago. And the girls have been loving it. Every day they run out there as fast as they can to get to that pasture because it is the deepest grass you can find. You lose babies in there. Sometimes you lose the moms if they lay down.
Yeah, there are parts when they're standing in there that you can barely see backs and heads when the does are standing there, and that's not our dwarves. That's our Nubians. That's our big goats.
Yeah, I wish I had a goat named Nessie because it would be the Loch Ness goat of that pasture.
Yeah, the first couple days was pretty rough. You'd hear at night the moms would start going in, and the babies would get lost, and they'd end up in a corner of the fence and stuck, and you'd have to go out and get the collie or both of us out there to kind of move them around. So it's that's been fun.
It's been fun. So the Nubians also, Nikki has started to milk them in the last 4 days. I guess 4 days in a row now. She has milked goats in the morning, which has been an adventure.
Yeah, this was day 4, and this today and yesterday went pretty well. I'm terrible at it. I am terrible. I am slow. The first day was kind of rough. The goats didn't understand, and I'll just say that we are milking a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old who had never even been on a stand before. So you can imagine the first day was a little awkward, a little fussy, and a little fighting. But we got a quart between the two does. I'm not milking them all the way out. They still have babies. They're 6 to 7 to 8 weeks fresh. So we're actually, their milk production was starting to drop off, but we're building back up. But we got a quart the first day. We got a quart the second day. We got just under a quart the third day. And today we actually added a third doe into the rotation because I got thinking about the fact that I'm milking two really old girls. So we added, a 4-year-old? I think Trixie's a 4-year-old who did fabulous on the stand. We milked her basically until she started getting a little dancy, and then we went ahead and let her out. But I got a quart and a half today. So not bad. I suck at it. It is what it is. We'll get there. We're learning. We did better today, didn't we?
Yep, we did. So it's really her. Don't let the we think that I'm doing anything.
He's helping.
Other than the muscle of getting the goats up there.
I will say this. There is a goat that does not like to let her milk down for me, and once he gets her started, then she's fine. The other two did fine for me, but one of them, for some reason, he's got to come in there and caress and talk sweet to her before she lets her milk down.
So beyond that, we've picked up a couple bales of hay here and there to put in the barns to get us through the winter. So we're feeling good about where we are on hay for the year.
Almost there.
Almost there. So we've been doing that. The garden is in full swing. We've gone through and taken out some old beds that were kind of overgrown the last 2 or 3, 4 years. I don't know how long it's been.
A while.
But it took me a few hours just to basically just go through and take every last bit of it out. Just cut it all out, rip it out. We're going to start from scratch. But a lot of the other beds, they're going gangbusters.
And we're really behind on gardening for the year because we had freezes the last week of June. like down to what, 25?
25.
So we're behind, and that's okay. We've just changed the garden plan. We've lived here long enough to know that you've just got to roll with it when it happens. So we've put mostly shorter season, more cold tolerant crops in. So are we going to have a bunch of tomatoes this year? Probably not. We do have some peppers planted, but the 3 beds that Kaden ripped up are ready to be refilled. So we're going to be doing that, and we're going to hugelkulture them like we did our last beds. So I will make a video on that this week as I get to it. This week or next week. It's going to be pretty hot this week.
Yep, I think everything else is going pretty well. I mean, we've been turning over some older birds. We've got some meat birds that are about a month out, 4 weeks out from being processed. You're doing quail still. You've got an incubator full, and we have too many quail here. We've got too many chickens. You've been selling turkeys left and right, pretty much.
Yeah, I've been selling turkeys and quail, and not need my chickens. I didn't hatch a lot. Some of them, my mom is asking about chickens, and I hatched some, and some are going to take the place of some other ones that we've culled out. But we culled a bunch of older hens out, and roosters. We've done, what, 30? We did eight. I guess we did about 24 chickens in the last couple of weeks.
And a turkey.
And a turkey. And we still got a duck to do, a Muscovy to do. Mm-hmm. And I've done 15 quail so far. I've sold 40. And I've got another 20 that are leaving this week. So if you're in Southern Oregon and you need any Caturnix quail, holla. Because I'm hatching anywhere from 20 to 40 pretty much a week right now. So lots of quail. Going to be butchering a lot of quail. And this next group, which I will be butchering in a couple weeks, we will do a quail butchering video. I've meant to do that before, and it just didn't work out. But I will do a butchering video on them. Super easy stuff. Beyond that, for me, rabbit shows are in the book until September, and that's if anything ever comes back. I've seen quite a few shows, including one that I always go to in Redmond, Oregon, get canceled. Either venue problems, people still worried about COVID, and I'm sure everybody's seen the price at the pump lately. So lots of things have gone up. I'm taking the summer off. My last show was, Memorial Weekend. I went to Oaks Park in Portland, and we got a best in show with one of our silver martin does, so we've been pretty excited about that. Him not as much as me, obviously, but we did get a best in show, so we're running with that. On the car show front, what's going on?
I don't know. I've just been attending the car shows here and there. I've got a couple more for the rest of the year, but otherwise I'm holding back. I haven't done a lot with that. Just the price of the pump is just making me not want to drive anywhere.
That Corvette takes premium.
Yeah,
which is ugly.
It ain't cheap to get that thing going. It's like $20 to go to town to get a soda if you want that. So you gotta put that in there.
That is true. Yeah. Other than that, like I said, we had a lot of late rain. We actually have been mostly grazing goats this year, which is very unusual for us. Usually we are dried out and brown by like mid-June, and we actually still have goats on pasture right now, which is big for us. So we're doing everything we can to keep the hay supply in the barn, would probably be a good way of putting it.
Yep.
Beyond that, I've just been doing the usual: canning, baking, drying, cleaning the pantry, getting organized. We'll make a video talking about what they're saying as far as food famine. But guys, if you're not stocked up, seriously, be thinking about keeping at least a few months, if not more, on hand. So we've been busy doing that, and I mean we left the farm Friday for the first time in 9 days. That's how busy we are. We have not really even hardly left the farm. So busy times.
Up at 6, 9 p.m. dinner, 10 o'clock bedtime, and do it again the next day, pretty much.
Yeah. Not going to lie, there's some naps in there every now and then. All right, guys, so that is it. We just wanted to kind of give you an update. We'll do an actual update video and kind of walk around and look at the garden and some stuff here in a week or two. But we had a little downtime on this Sunday, and thought we'd kind of make a little video, explain where we've been and what we've been doing. And that is it for us from Sprague River Homestead. We will see you next time. Happy homesteading and stay safe out there.